My wallet was gone.
I woke up on a sunny Tuesday morning. I looked out of my bedroom window. The sky was blue. The sun was shining. I smiled. Today was going to be a good day. I had a plan. First, I wanted to go to the market and buy some fresh vegetables. Then I wanted to stop at the bookshop and find a new book. And after that, I wanted to have a nice lunch at my favorite cafe. I got out of bed and went to the kitchen. I made a cup of tea and 2 pieces of toast. I ate my breakfast slowly and looked out of the window. The sun is so beautiful today. I love days like this. After breakfast, I washed my cup and my plate. Then I went to the bathroom, brushed my teeth, and got dressed. I chose my favorite blue coat. It was warm and comfortable. I picked up my bag from the chair by the door. I checked my shopping list on my phone. Tomatoes, carrots, onions, bread, and a good book. Perfect. I'm ready. I put on my shoes, opened the front door, and stepped outside. The morning air was fresh and cool. I took a deep breath. I walked to the bus stop near my house. I waited for the number 7 bus. While I waited, I looked around the street. A man was walking his dog. 2 children were going to school with their mother. An old woman was watering the flowers outside her house. I love this street. It always feels so peaceful in the morning. The number 7 bus arrived. I reached into my bag to get my travel card. I found it in the small pocket. I got on the bus and sat down near the window. The bus moved slowly through the morning streets. I watched the city pass by outside the window. I felt relaxed and happy. I was excited about my day. I got off the bus at the market stop. The market was busy and colorful. There were so many stalls. I could see vegetables, fruits, flowers, cheese, fish, and fresh bread. The smells were wonderful. Sweet fruit, fresh herbs, warm bread. I love coming to this market. It always makes me feel happy. I walked slowly through the market, looking at everything. Then I found the vegetable stall I always use. A friendly woman was standing behind the stall. She smiled at me.
Good morning. What would you like today?
Good morning. I'd like some tomatoes, please, and some carrots and onions.
Of course. How many tomatoes would you like?
6, please.
And how many carrots?
4, please, and 2 onions.
Perfect. Let me put those in a bag for you. Would you like anything else today? I have some beautiful red peppers. They arrived this morning.
Oh, they look lovely, but no thank you. That's everything for today.
No problem at all. That's £3.50, please.
I opened my bag to get my wallet. I checked the small pocket at the front. I didn't feel anything. That's strange. My wallet is usually in this pocket. I checked the big main pocket. I put my hand inside and moved it around. Nothing. Wait, where is it? I opened the inside zip pocket. I put my fingers inside. Empty. My heart started to beat faster. I took a breath and checked again. Small pocket, big pocket, inside pocket. Nothing. No wallet. I took everything out of my bag. My phone, my keys, my notebook, my earphones, a small umbrella, a pen, a packet of tissues, but no wallet. I'm so sorry. I I can't find my wallet. I'm very sorry.
Oh dear, don't worry. Take your time. Look carefully.
I looked again. I checked every pocket again. I even checked my coat pockets. Nothing. I'm so sorry. I don't have my wallet. I can't pay for the vegetables. I'm really sorry. Thank you. I'm very sorry. I stepped away from the stall and stood quietly to one side. My heart was beating fast. I felt hot and nervous. I took a slow, deep breath. Okay, Emma, don't panic. Think carefully. Where is your wallet? I thought about this morning. I woke up, I had breakfast, I got dressed, I picked up my bag from the chair by the door. Did I pick up my wallet? I always put my wallet in my bag the night before. It's a habit. I do it every night. I tried to remember the night before. Last night I came home from work. I was very tired. I put my bag down on the sofa. Then I ate dinner. Then I watched a little television. Then I went to bed. Did I put my wallet in my bag last night? I can't remember. I was so tired. I opened my eyes and looked around the market. Okay, maybe I left my wallet at home. Or maybe I dropped it somewhere this morning. Or maybe someone took it. I felt a cold, uncomfortable feeling in my stomach. My wallet had very important things inside. My bank card, my ID card, some cash, about 20 pounds, and something even more important than money, a small photo of my parents. It was from a holiday we took together 3 years ago. My mother was smiling. My father had his arm around her shoulder. I always kept that photo in my wallet. I carried it everywhere. I cannot lose that photo. I need to find my wallet. I need to think clearly. Stay calm, Emma. What should I do? I thought for a moment. The best thing to do was to go back to all the places I had been this morning. Maybe someone found my wallet and handed it in somewhere. I decided to retrace my steps. This means I went back to all the places I had been that morning. First, I walked back to the bus stop. I looked carefully on the ground near the bench. I looked under the bench. I looked around the bin nearby. I looked on the pavement along the road. Nothing. There was a man sitting on the bench. He was reading a newspaper. Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you. Did you see a brown wallet near here? I think I may have lost it this morning.
A brown wallet. No, I'm sorry. I haven't seen one. I've been here about 20 minutes. I didn't see anything on the ground.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I hope you find it. Good luck.
Thank you. I walked slowly back along the pavement toward the market. I looked carefully at the ground as I walked. I looked on both sides of the path. I looked near the curb and near the walls. Nothing. I went back into the market and walked to the vegetable stall again. The stall lady saw me coming.
Oh, hello again, love. Any luck?
Not yet. I'm sorry to bother you again. Did anyone bring a wallet to you? A brown leather wallet?
Oh, I'm sorry, love. No one brought anything to me. But have you tried the information desk?
The information desk?
Yes, there's a small desk near the main entrance of the market. It's the lost and found desk. If someone found your wallet in the market, they would probably hand it in there.
Oh, I didn't know about that. I've never needed it before.
It's just near the big green doors at the front. You can't miss it.
Thank you so much. That's really helpful.
Good luck, love. I really hope you find it.
I walked quickly to the main entrance of the market. I saw the big green doors, and next to them I saw a small wooden desk with a sign that said, Information, Lost and Found. A young man was sitting behind the desk. He looked up when I arrived. Hello, I'm sorry to bother you. I lost my wallet this morning. Has anyone handed in a brown leather wallet?
Hello, I'm sorry to hear that. Don't worry, let me check for you right now.
He looked in a box under the desk. He took out a small notebook and looked through the pages carefully.
When did you arrive at the market today?
About 9:30, I think. Maybe 9:45?
And your wallet is brown leather, you said.
Yes, brown leather. It's not very big. It has a small zip on one side.
I see. I'm sorry, nothing has been handed in this morning that matches that description. But don't worry, you can leave your name and phone number with me. If anyone brings it in, I will call you straight away.
Yes, please. Thank you. I wrote my name and phone number in his notebook.
Thank you. Now, can I ask you a few questions? It might help.
Yes, of course.
Do you remember where you had your wallet last?
I think it was at home last night, but I'm not completely sure.
Did you take it out on the bus?
No, I used my travel card. I didn't take my wallet out on the bus.
Okay, so it might still be at home, but it's also possible you lost it on the bus. Maybe it fell out of your bag without you noticing.
Yes, that's possible.
In that case, you should call the bus company. They have a lost property office. If a driver or another passenger found it on the bus, they might have handed it in there.
Oh, I didn't know bus companies had a lost property office. That's useful to know.
Yes, most of them do. And one more thing, if you think there is any chance it was stolen, you should also report it to the police.
Do you think someone might have stolen it?
I honestly don't know, but it's always good to report it, especially if your bank card is inside. The police can give you a reference number, and you can use that if you need to cancel your bank card or your ID card.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. That's good advice. Thank you.
The police station is not far from here. It's on Green Street, just around the corner from the market.
Thank you so much. You've been incredibly helpful.
No problem at all. I hope you find it soon. Good luck. I stepped outside the market and stood on the pavement. The sun was still shining, but I didn't feel happy now. I felt worried and stressed. My stomach felt tight and uncomfortable. Okay, first, call the bus company, then go home and check. If I still can't find it, go to the police. I took out my phone and searched for the bus company's phone number. I found it. I pressed call. The phone rang once, twice, 3 times.
Good morning, City Bus. How can I help you?
Hello? Good morning. My name is Emma. I think I may have lost my wallet on the number 7 bus this morning. I got on at Maple Street and I got off at the market stop. It was at about 9 o'clock.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Emma. That must be very stressful. Let me check our lost property records for you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Can you describe the wallet for me?
Yes, it's brown leather. It's small, about the size of my hand. It has a small zip on one side.
Thank you. One moment, please.
I waited. I could hear the sound of typing on a keyboard. I stood very still and hoped.
I'm sorry, Emma. There is nothing reported for the number 7 bus this morning. But please don't worry. Sometimes drivers hand lost items in at the end of their shift. That's usually around 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I see. So there might still be news later?
Yes, exactly. Can I take your contact details? We'll call you if anything comes in.
Yes, of course. My name is Emma. My number is 0771 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Perfect. I've made a note of that. Also, Emma, you're welcome to come to our lost property office in person. We're on Station Road, and we're open Monday to Friday from 9 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon.
Thank you. That's very helpful.
I hope you find it soon. Take care.
Thank you. Goodbye. I ended the call and put my phone in my pocket. I sat down on a bench near the market entrance. No wallet at the information desk, nothing at the bus company, not yet anyway. So what now? I thought about what the information desk man had said. Maybe I should go to the police. But first, I should go home. The wallet might be there. Maybe I simply forgot to put it in my bag this morning. Go home first, check the house, then decide what to do next. I took the next number 7 bus back home. The journey felt longer this time. I sat quietly and looked out of the window, but I didn't really see anything. I was thinking about my wallet the whole time. I got off at my stop and walked quickly down my street. I put my key in the lock and opened the front door. I went straight to the sofa. I looked on the cushions. I looked between the cushions. I put my hands deep into the gaps at the sides. Nothing. I went to the kitchen. I looked on the kitchen table. I looked near the kettle. I looked next to the toaster. I looked on the shelf above the cooker. Nothing. I went back to the living room. I looked on the coffee table. I looked under the coffee table. I looked on the bookshelf. Nothing. Where is it? Where is it? I went to my bedroom. I looked on my bedside table. I looked on the chest of drawers. I looked on the small chair in the corner where I sometimes leave my things. Then I remembered. Yesterday I wore a different jacket, my dark blue jacket. I took it off when I got home. I hung it on the hook behind my bedroom door. I walked to the bedroom door. I took the jacket off the hook. I checked the right pocket. Empty. I checked the left pocket. I put my hand inside the left pocket. I felt something flat, something rectangular, something made of leather. My heart jumped. I pulled it out slowly. It was my wallet. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, I'm so relieved. I held my wallet in both hands and laughed. I actually laughed out loud, alone in my bedroom, because I was so relieved. I opened the wallet carefully. My bank card. Yes, it was there. My ID card. Yes. My cash, about 20 pounds. Yes, all there. And then I turned to the small photo pocket at the back. The photo of my parents was there, safe and sound. I sat down on the edge of my bed. I held the wallet in my hands. I took a long, slow breath. It was here the whole time, in my jacket pocket. I must have put it in there last night when I was tired, and this morning I picked up my bag, but I didn't check my jacket pocket. I just assumed my wallet was in my bag. I shook my head slowly and smiled. Emma, you are such a silly person sometimes. I went to the kitchen and made a cup of tea. I sat at the kitchen table and held the warm cup in my hands. I felt so much better, but I also felt a little embarrassed. All that worry, all that running around, all those phone calls. The wallet was in my jacket pocket the whole time. But you know what? Those people were all so kind. The stall lady, the information desk man, the bus company operator, every single one of them was patient and helpful. Even though I was stressed and worried, they were calm and kind. That was really lovely. I took a sip of my tea. I need to make a new rule for myself. Every morning before I leave the house, I check 2 things, my bag and my pockets. Every single day, no exceptions. I took out my phone. First, I called the market information desk. City Market Information Desk, how can I help? Hello, this is Emma. I called earlier about a lost wallet on the number 7 bus. Oh, yes, I remember. Any news? I I did. I found it at home. It was in my jacket pocket. I wanted to call and let you know so you don't need to keep looking. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm so glad. And please, don't be sorry at all. This happens more than you think. Last week, someone came in looking for their glasses. They were on top of their head the whole time. Of course, thank you for your help today. You were very kind. It was my pleasure, Emma. You have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you. Goodbye. I ended the call, smiling. Then I called the bus company.
Good afternoon, City Bus. How can I help?
Hello, this is Emma. I called earlier about a lost wallet on the number 7 bus.
Oh, yes, Emma. Did you have any luck?
I did. I found it at home. It was in a jacket pocket. I wanted to call and let you know so you don't need to keep looking.
Oh, that's such good news. I'm really glad. Thank you for calling back. That's very thoughtful of you.
Of course. Thank you for your help. Have a good day.
You too, Emma. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. I looked at the clock on the kitchen wall. It was 12 o'clock, noon. My morning had not gone to plan at all, but it was still early enough to enjoy the rest of my day. I was not going to let a lost wallet ruin my Tuesday. I finished my tea, I went to my bedroom and picked up my bag. This time I was very careful. Wallet in the bag, check. Phone, check. Keys, travel card. I also checked both of my coat pockets. Empty. Good. I will check my pockets every single day from now on. Every day for the rest of my life. I walked back to the market. It was still busy, but maybe a little quieter than earlier. I walked to the vegetable stall. The stall lady saw me from across the way and waved.
You're back. Did you find it?
I did. It was at home the whole time, in my jacket pocket.
Oh, brilliant. I'm so pleased for you. I was thinking about you.
That's so kind of you. Thank you.
Right then. Now, 6 tomatoes, 4 carrots, and 2 onions. Yes?
Yes, please. You remembered.
Of course I did. And here, I'm going to give you an extra tomato, a little gift for your stressful morning.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. You really didn't need to do that.
Don't mention it, love. Enjoy your day. The rest of it, at least.
I will. Thank you. Have a lovely day. I paid for my vegetables, put them carefully in my bag, and walked toward the bookshop. The bookshop was a few minutes' walk from the market. It was a small, independent bookshop with a dark green door and a window full of books. I loved this place. I pushed open the door. A little bell rang above my head. The shop smelled of paper and wood and coffee. There was soft music playing quietly. I walked slowly along the shelves. I ran my fingers along the spines of the books. I read the titles as I walked. No. No. Maybe. No. Oh, that looks interesting. I stopped at a book with a pale blue cover. The title was A Walk Through Italy. It was a simple story about a woman who travels alone through Italy. She walks through small towns, eats local food, and meets interesting people along the way. I opened the book and read the first page. The language was clear and simple, not too difficult. Perfect. This one, yes, this is exactly what I want. I took the book to the counter. The man at the counter looked up and smiled.
Good afternoon. Did you find something you like?
Yes, I found this one. It looks really lovely.
Oh, that's a wonderful book. A customer recommended it last week. She said it was impossible to put down.
Really? That's good to hear. I'll take it.
That's £8.50, please.
I opened my bag. I found my wallet in the right pocket, exactly where I put it. I paid for the book and smiled.
Enjoy it and have a lovely afternoon.
Thank you. You too. I walked to my favorite cafe. It was on the corner of the high street, just 5 minutes from the bookshop. I loved this cafe. It had big windows that let in lots of light. It had wooden chairs and small round tables.
The walls were painted a warm cream color, and it always smelled of fresh coffee and warm bread. I pushed open the door. The cafe was about half full. Soft voices, the sound of cups, gentle music. I felt immediately relaxed. I sat down at my favorite table, the one near the window in the corner. From there, I could see the whole street outside. A waitress came over. She had a friendly smile and a small notepad.
Hello, welcome. What can I get for you today?
Hello, can I have a bowl of tomato soup, please? And some bread on the side. And a pot of tea, English breakfast, please.
Of course. Would you like butter with the bread?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Coming right up. Anything else?
No, that's everything. Thank you. The waitress went to the kitchen. I put my new book on the table. I put my bag on the chair next to me. I looked out of the window. People were walking past. A woman was pushing a pram. 2 men were talking and laughing outside a shop. A pigeon was walking along the edge of the pavement looking for food. A little boy stopped and tried to chase it, and the pigeon flew away. The boy laughed. I smiled. The food arrived. The soup was warm and rich and delicious. The bread was soft and fresh. The butter melted as soon as I put it on the warm bread. The tea was perfect. I ate slowly. I wasn't in a hurry anymore. What a morning. I was so worried. I felt so stressed. And now look at this. Warm soup, fresh bread, a new book, sunshine outside the window. Everything is fine. I opened my new book and started to read the first chapter. It was about a woman who arrives in a small Italian town. She doesn't speak Italian. She doesn't know anyone. But she is not afraid. She is excited. I really liked her already. I read 3 chapters while I finished my lunch. When I finally looked up from the book, I realized my soup bowl was empty and my tea was cold. That's always a good sign with a book. I paid the bill. I checked my bag before I left the cafe. Wallet, phone, keys, book, vegetables. Yes, checking everything, every time. New rule. I walked home slowly. There was no reason to hurry now. The afternoon sun was warm on my face. The streets were quieter. Most people were at work or at school. I walked past the small park near my house. I could hear birds singing in the trees. A man was sitting on a bench reading a book. 2 ducks were walking along the path looking very serious. I know how you feel. I was also very serious this morning. I walked along my street. It didn't help. I passed the house with the yellow door. I passed the house with the big apple tree in the front garden. I passed the house where the old woman waters her flowers every morning. Then I came to a garden wall where a gray cat was sitting. The cat looked at me very carefully as I walked past. I stopped. Hello there. You look very comfortable. The cat blinked slowly. That means they like you. When a cat blinks slowly, it means they trust you. I reached out and gently stroked the cat's head. The cat began to purr. You had a much simpler day than me, didn't you? No lost wallets for you. The cat purred louder. I laughed quietly and walked on. I got home and unlocked my front door. I stepped inside, took off my coat and hung it on the hook. I put my shopping in the kitchen. I put the tomatoes, carrots, and onions on the shelf. Then I made a small snack, some cheese and crackers, and went to sit in my armchair. I picked up my wallet from the table and looked at it for a moment. I opened it. I took out the small photo of my parents. My mother was smiling. My father had his arm around her shoulder. They looked so happy. The sun was behind them, and you could see the sea in the distance. Quietly, I'm glad I didn't lose you. I put the photo carefully back into the wallet. I put the wallet next to me, and I picked up my new book. That evening, after dinner, I sat at my desk. I have a habit of writing a few lines in my diary every night, just a few thoughts about my day. I opened my diary to a fresh page. I picked up my pen, and I started to write. I spoke the words quietly as I wrote them, reading aloud as she writes. Dear Diary, today did not go the way I planned. I lost my wallet, or I thought I did. I felt very worried and very stressed. I didn't know what to do. My heart was beating fast and I couldn't think clearly at first. But then I stopped. I took a breath and I thought carefully about what to do. I went back to the places I had been. I asked for help. And every person I spoke to today was kind and patient. The stall lady at the vegetable store, the young man at the information desk, the woman at the bus company. They didn't have to be kind, but they were. And in the end, I found my wallet at home, in my jacket pocket. It was there the whole time. I learned something today. When something goes wrong, and things will go wrong sometimes, the most important thing is to stay calm, to think clearly, and to ask for help. You don't have to solve every problem by yourself. People want to help. I also learned something else, something more simple. Always check your pockets before you leave the house. It was a strange day, a stressful day, but also a good day. A day with kind people, a good book, warm soup, sunshine outside the window, a friendly cat, and a photo of Mom and Dad safe in my wallet. I think that is enough for one Tuesday. I closed my diary and put down my pen. I made one final cup of tea and carried it to the window. I sat in the chair by the window and looked outside. The street was quiet now. The sky was a deep, soft orange and pink. The last light of the day was fading slowly. I held my warm cup of tea in both hands. Kind people, good soup, a new book, a friendly cat, a photo of Mom and Dad. What a day. I took a slow sip of tea. Yes, today was a good day. And that was my story. I lost my wallet. I felt scared and worried, but I stayed calm. I thought carefully. I asked for help, and I found it. Sometimes things go wrong. That is normal. That is life. But if you stay calm, think clearly, and ask for help, things usually work out. Thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the story, and I hope your wallet is always exactly where you left it. See you in the next lesson. Goodbye.